subject subpoena ad testificandum et duces tecum issued by the House of Representatives Committee on Justice in relation to the impeachment proceedings against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte. This refers to the issuance of the House of Representatives Committee on Justice of the subpoena ad testificandum et duces tecum in relation to the verified complaints for impeachment against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte, requiring the Anti-Money Laundering Council or AMLC to bring on or before 22 April 2026, 10 a.m., the original or certified true copies of all reports of covert transactions and suspicious transactions reported by any and all banks to the Anti-Money Laundering Council or AMLC involving Sara Duterte, Carpio, and or Manasseh Carpio, covering the period starting from 2006 to 2025, and any and all investigations or reports or related reports or documents prepared by AMLC involving the reported covert transactions and suspicious transactions. In compliance with the subpoena, the AMLC formally transmits the original and or certified true copies of the following documents. So Annex A, Covert Transaction Report, CTRs, and Suspicious Transaction Reports, or STRs, for the period 2006 to 2025. Annex B, Financial Intelligence Reports on Vice President Sara Duterte Carpio and Annex C, Investigation Reports on A. Manasseh Carpio and B. Sara Duterte Carpio and Manasseh Carpio. We also provide the following summary. For Sara Duterte Carpio, number of CTRs 313, number of STRs 17, total amount involved 3,772,760,972 pesos and 48 centavos. Total amount of inflow 1,832,539,360 pesos and 45 centavos. Total amount of outflow 1,211,365,529 pesos and 75 centavos. For Manasseh Carpio, number of CTRs 317, number of STRs 16, total amount involved 2,988,466,740 and 47 centavos. Total amount of inflow 2,592,904 2,592,904,434 pesos and 24 centavos. Total amount of outflow 343,315,781 pesos and 7 centavos. Total for both 630, number of CTRs 630, number of STRs 33, total amount involved 6,721,227,712.95 and 95 centavos. Total amount of inflow 4,425,443,794 and 69 centavos. Total amount of outflow 1,554,681,310 and 82 centavos. There are under undetermined inflow or outflow transactions based on our system, but we see transaction movement, so we categorize it as undetermined. So that is 791,102,607 and 44 centavos.
Just for the record, ED, are the figures accurate? Yes or no?
As of we submitted today, yes.
Are they accurate?
Based on our records, yes.
You're saying yes?
Based on the records,
That's
yes.
for the record.
Madam Chair, wala po yung sa salin, ah.
Honorable Sua, do you want to be recognized?
Sinasabi ko lang po, di wow.
Madam Chair, Madam Chair, if I may be allowed to proceed.
Wait. The floor is with the Honorable Ridon.
Thank you for reading for the record the cover letter.
You will be called Vice Chair Dumogan after the Honorable Ridon.
It's not a question, may we be furnished copies of
Yes.
that report submitted for our guidance.
May we direct the COMSEC to please provide copy of the cover letter, at least para mabilis, no? Because the attachments are really voluminous. Kindly provide Justice members copy of the cover letter.
Madam Chair, Madam Chair,
Is
regarding,
this a point of order?
regarding the
Because the floor
copies,
is with the Honorable Tino.
Just with regard to the request for copies,
Yes.
kasi actually kanina pa kahit yung mga SALN, bibigyan daw kami pero hindi rin naman nabigyan pa.
I think the photocopier is in the other building.
Yes, baka pwede po yung e-copy na muna kung meron.
Email.
Baka mas mabilis.
Okay.
Opo.
COMSEC,
Para may reference kami.
kindly send soft copy to the corresponding email accounts of the Justice members of the available documents already. Honorable Ridon, you may proceed.
Okay, ngayon naman po pag-usapan po natin yung mga detalye. Nito po nga mga transactions po na ito. I have a document with me which is titled Confidential Information Sharing, subject, Vice President Sara Duterte and Manasseh R. Carpio. Do you have the same copy, Executive
Yes, Madam
Director
Chair.
Benaventura?
Yeah.
Can we flash the document on the screen, please, Secretariat? So we would want to direct the Executive Director not to read the entirety of it because it is a bit voluminous, but we would want him to read particular portions of it. I refer you to page 2 of the document, Summary of Transactions. Can you read from that point until...
Can we flash the document referred to by the Honorable Ridon? COMSEC, please be directed as well to provide a copy of the summary of transactions to the Justice members.
Can we suspend so that we can flash the document for the benefit of everyone, Madam Chair?
COMSEC, please flash the document, summary of transactions.
Ano to? Parang initial.
Madam Chair, can we suspend until we can flash the document to the screen, please?
Hearing is temporarily suspended. Wala ba kayo? Ba't ang tagal? Hearing is resumed. While we are waiting for the document subject matter of the clarificatory questions of the Honorable Ridon, with the indulgence of the Honorable Ridon, we recognize first the Honorable D.S. Janet Garin.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Maraming salamat rin po, Congressman Terry Ridon, for the quick interjection. While we are waiting for the documents, Madam Chair, may I propound some clarificatory questions to the AMLC representative. Kanina po nasabi niya, covered transaction reports and suspicious transaction reports. Pag sinabi po pang covered, nasabi niyong may basihan. Tama po ba o mali?
Tama po. Ito po yung lahat ng transaction kapag nireport ng bangko, kailangan lagpas 500,000 pesos.
At pag sinabing covered, Madam Chair, ang ibig po ba sabihin nun ay tiningnan nyo pero merong basihan or justifiable na legal ang transaksyon na ito. Tama po ba o hindi? Covered transaction reports.
Sa report lang po ng bangko sa amin, hindi po namin ma-determine at that point.
Okay. When we say suspicious transaction reports, ano po ba, Madam Chair, ang pagkakaiba ng covered transaction reports vis-a-vis suspicious transaction reports?
So, unang-una po, yung suspicious transaction reports, wala po siyang halaga. It can be below 500,000, maaari pong 10,000, 20, 30, 50. Maaari din pong sobrang laki, lumagpas din ng 500,000. Pero ang pinagkaiba po niya sa suspicious transaction, ang tinitingnan po natin or ng covered person or ng bangko na nagre-report, meron bang mga kahinahinala na mga transaction or galaw doon sa kanyang galaw nung kliyente niya. So kasama na po dito yung mga nabanggit ko kanina na enumeration na nabanggit po kanina nung nagtanong po. Pero nagbigay rin po ako ng halimbawa na medyo madali masundan. Halimbawa nga po yung kung meron pumasok o lumabas na pera pero walang malinaw na basihan o pinanggalingan or fondasyon kung bakit meron kang ganitong transaksyon.
Yeah. If the Secretariat is not yet ready, Madam Chair, may I proceed to my next clarificatory question? Nakasaad kanina sa cover letter nyo ang sinabi nyong financial intelligence reports. Can the Honorable Representative from AMLAC define what a financial intelligence report means?
Ang Financial Intelligence Report po ay isang report na ginagawa ng aming mga analyst na kinukuha nila ang mga transactions na na-report sa amin, tinitignan, ina-analyze, meron bang patterns, meron bang galaw na kakaiba, o normal lang ba ito? So, meron po silang mga points of analysis. So, they will prepare this financial investigation report based solely on the reports provided and reported to us by the covered persons like banks.
And these are included in the documents that you have submitted, sir?
Tama
Madam
po.
Chair.
Meron po kaming naisabit po.
So, Madam Chair, maybe the Secretariat is already ready?
May we know if the Secretariat is ready to flash the summary of transactions? Comsec? Not yet ready? Would you like to proceed, Honorable Diaz-Garin?
Let
You're still
me
scanning.
proceed. Kasi nga, hinihintay nga natin yung mga kopya. Kapag sinabing financial intelligence reports, makikita ba natin dito o nakasaad ba dito yung bakit pinagdududahan ng AMLAC yung transaction na ito?
Meron na pong konting analysis po yon. So, maaari pong may...
Yeah, Madam Chair, let me repeat my question. Yung tanong ko po, nakasaad po ba doon sa financial intelligence report kung
Apo.
bakit pinagdududahan ng AMLAC ang transaksyon na ito?
Apo, meron po.
Yeah. Although not directly related, Madam Chair, but in the exercise of their function, may I inquire from AMLAC, ano po ba usually ang mga kausa or the causes kapag kayo ay nagdududa? These are transactions related to what, Madam Chair?
Una-una po is kapag itong transaction na to ay may kinalaman sa mga predicate crimes o yung mga krimen na nakasaad sa AMLA.
Pwede po ba nating himayin, Madam Chair, ano po ba ang sinasabing predicate crime? Magbigay po tayo ng halimbawa.
Sa batas po, may sa Anti-Money Laundering Act, may nakalagay na mga krimen na pinanggagalingan nitong mga proceeds ng mga illegal na activity. At ilan po sa mga predicate crimes na meron tayo ay bribery, corruption, fraud, drugs, kidnapping for ransom, plunder, robbery, extortion, huweteng, masyaw, violation of tax crime.
Income, kunyari, income galing sa negosyo, yan po ba covered ng suspicious or covered transaction o hindi?
Kapag po lumagpas ng 500,000 yung isang transaksyon, ire-report po yun as covered transaction.
Pero tinitingnan nyo kung siya ba napasok bilang income sa mga negosyo na nakasaad.
Ang bangko po yung unang nakakakita nun dahil sila po yung may kliyente doon sa individual na yun at yung bangko po yung nagre-report sa amin.
And in other words, again, is the Secretariat ready or not yet?
They are ready.
Okay. I submit, Madam Chair.
We are temporarily suspending the clarificatory questions of the Honorable Garin to give back the floor to Honorable Terry Ridon.